A Star is Born: The Meteoric Rise of Sketch, written by John Doe, author of Digital Fame and Misconduct. The world of online streaming is a fickle one. It can catapult unknown individuals to stardom overnight, only to see them vanish just as quickly. Sketch, a charismatic gamer known for his quick wit and impressive skills, experienced this rollercoaster ride firsthand. His journey, from obscurity to online celebrity, captivated millions and redefined success in the digital age. However, his story is not just one of triumph, but also a cautionary tale about the perils of fame and the importance of accountability. Sketch's rise to prominence began in the gaming community. He streamed popular titles, quickly gaining recognition for his humor and engaging personality. His streams became a hub for gamers worldwide, drawn to his infectious laughter and genuine connection with his audience. Sketch's popularity soared, his follower count multiplying rapidly. He became synonymous with a new generation of online entertainers, his name whispered with admiration and excitement. Sponsorships followed, eager to capitalize on his devoted fan base. Sketch had become a brand in his own right, his influence extending far beyond the confines of the digital world. He was living the dream, seemingly untouchable in his reign as a streaming king. Little did anyone know a storm was brewing, one that threatened to dismantle everything he had built. Building an empire. Sketch's content and community. Sketch's initial appeal lay in his gaming prowess. He possessed an uncanny ability to master new games quickly, captivating audiences with his skills and strategic thinking. His commentary, often laced with humor and self-deprecation, resonated with viewers, forging a sense of camaraderie and shared experience. Beyond gaming, Sketch cultivated a welcoming and inclusive online community. He interacted with his viewers regularly, responding to messages, hosting giveaways, and even featuring fan art on his streams. This personal touch fostered a strong sense of loyalty among his followers, who saw him as more than just an entertainer. He was a friend, a confidant, a virtual companion. This close-knit community contributed significantly to Sketch's meteoric rise. They became ardent supporters, spreading the word about his streams, creating fan pages, and defending him against any criticism. In their eyes, Sketch was a genuine and relatable figure, someone who had earned their trust and admiration. However, this unwavering loyalty would later be tested as allegations of misconduct surfaced, forcing his devoted followers to reconcile their image of Sketch with the accusations leveled against him. This dissonance would create a rift in the community, leaving many questioning everything they thought they knew about the streamer they had come to idolize. Cracks in the facade, whispers of misconduct. Despite his carefully curated online persona, rumors about Sketch's behavior began to surface. At first, they were just whispers in online forums and chat rooms, easily dismissed as unfounded gossip by his loyal fans. Some whispered about Sketch exhibiting a sense of entitlement, particularly towards female fans and aspiring content creators. There were mentions of inappropriate messages, requests for favors, and a general disregard for boundaries, particularly with women who looked up to him. These whispers painted a picture of a man who, intoxicated by his own popularity, felt entitled to exploit his position for personal gain. While these early accusations lacked concrete evidence, they sowed seeds of doubt in the minds of some. A sense of unease began to settle among certain corners of the community, a feeling that perhaps the charismatic persona Sketch projected masked a darker reality. The stage was set for a dramatic fall from grace, one that would send shockwaves through the online world. The walls close in, allegations against Sketch come to light. The whispers of Sketch's misconduct reached a fever pitch when several women, some of whom had been aspiring streamers themselves, came forward with detailed allegations. These accusations, no longer confined to hushed online forums, exploded across social media platforms, painting a disturbing picture of Sketch's behavior. The allegations ranged from inappropriate messages and unwanted advances, to manipulation and leveraging his influence for personal gain. Screenshots of conversations, corroborated by multiple individuals, began circulating online, providing what many considered irrefutable evidence of Sketch's misconduct. The accusations sent shockwaves through the online community, shattering the carefully crafted image of the affable gamer and leaving his fan base reeling in disbelief. The accusations against Sketch were no longer abstract rumors, they were concrete and damning. The court of public opinion was swift to judge, and the once celebrated streamer found himself facing the full force of internet backlash. his carefully constructed empire of online fame began to crumble, the foundation of trust upon which it had been built irrevocably shaken. Section 5. Fallout and Backlash. The community, platforms, and brands respond. The allegations against Sketch sent shockwaves through the online community and beyond. His once adoring fanbase found themselves grappling with the accusations, many expressing disbelief and disappointment. The community, once a united front of unwavering support, fractured. Some remained loyal, defending Sketch and dismissing the allegations as fabrications, while others felt betrayed, their trust shattered by the revelations. Platforms like Twitch and YouTube, where Sketch had built his following, were quick to react. Citing violations of their community guidelines, both platforms suspended Sketch's accounts, effectively silencing him and cutting off his access to his millions of followers. This decisive action sent a clear message. Online platforms were no longer willing to tolerate toxic behavior, even from their most popular creators. Brands, once eager to associate themselves with Sketch's success, distanced themselves swiftly. Sponsorship deals were canceled, collaborations were put on hold, and Sketch's image was scrubbed from marketing campaigns. The financial repercussions were immediate and severe, demonstrating the high stakes involved when a brand's reputation becomes entangled with the actions of an individual, no matter how popular. Section 6. A tarnished reputation, Sketch's public apology and its reception. As the controversy raged, all eyes turned to Sketch, waiting for his response to the mounting allegations. After days of silence, he issued a public apology, addressing the accusations and expressing remorse for his actions. However, the apology was met with mixed reactions, with many criticizing it as insincere and self-serving. Some viewers felt Sketch's apology lacked genuine remorse, pointing to its carefully worded phrases and lack of specific accountability for his actions. They saw it as an attempt to salvage his career rather than a heartfelt acknowledgement of the pain he had caused. Others, however, were more forgiving, willing to accept his apology and hoping he would take genuine steps towards redemption. The apology, regardless of its intent, did little to quell the controversy. The damage had been done. Sketch's reputation, once a shining example of online success, was irrevocably tarnished. The controversy surrounding him served as a stark reminder that in the digital age, actions have consequences, and even the most carefully constructed online personas can crumble under the weight of scrutiny. Section 7. The price of fame, consequences for Sketch and the streaming world. The fallout from the allegations against Sketch had a profound impact on his career. His once meteoric rise to fame came to a grinding halt, leaving behind a legacy marred by controversy. The sponsorships vanished, his income streams dried up, and the future of his online presence remained uncertain. The speed and severity of his downfall served as a cautionary tale for other content creators, highlighting the precarious nature of online fame. The controversy also had a ripple effect on the broader streaming community. It sparked a much-needed conversation about accountability, power dynamics, and the responsibility that comes with large online platforms. It forced a reckoning within the industry, prompting platforms, brands, and content creators alike to confront the issue of toxic behavior and the importance of fostering safe and inclusive online spaces. The Sketch scandal served as a wake-up call, reminding everyone that behind the carefully curated online personas, content creators are human, capable of both good and bad. It underscored the need for greater transparency, accountability, and a collective effort to create online spaces free from harassment, abuse, and exploitation. Section 8. Shifting Sands, the evolving landscape of online content creation. The controversy surrounding Sketch coincided with a broader shift in the landscape of online content creation. Audiences were becoming increasingly discerning, demanding greater transparency and accountability from their favorite streamers and YouTubers. The days of blindly idolizing online personalities were fading, replaced by a more critical and discerning viewership. This shift was driven in part by a growing awareness of the power dynamics at play in the online world. The Sketch scandal, along with similar controversies involving other creators, highlighted the potential for abuse when individuals amass large and devoted followings. Audiences began to understand that online fame, while alluring, did not absolve individuals from their responsibilities or excuse inappropriate behavior. This evolving landscape placed a renewed emphasis on ethical conduct and responsible content creation. Streamers and YouTubers were being held to a higher standard, expected to be mindful of their influence and to use their platforms responsibly. The message was clear. Online fame was no longer a shield against accountability. Rather, it came with an even greater responsibility to conduct oneself with integrity. Section 9. A question of redemption: can Sketch rebuild his career? In the aftermath of the scandal, Sketch faced an uncertain future. Whether he could rebuild his career and salvage his reputation remained an open question. Some argued that his actions were too egregious to forgive, that he had betrayed the trust of his audience, and should face the consequences of his actions. Others, however, believed in redemption, suggesting that with time, genuine remorse, and a commitment to personal growth, Sketch could potentially find his way back into the good graces of the online community. The path to redemption, if Sketch chose to pursue it, would be long and arduous. It would require a genuine commitment to understanding the impact of his actions, making amends with those he had wronged, and demonstrating tangible changes in his behavior. It would also necessitate a willingness to confront his past mistakes openly and honestly, acknowledging the pain he had caused and taking responsibility for his choices. Whether Sketch could successfully navigate this path remained to be seen. The online world, while quick to condemn, could also be surprisingly forgiving, particularly when individuals demonstrated genuine remorse and a commitment to change. However, the road to redemption would be long and challenging, requiring a level of self-awareness, humility, and dedication that only time would tell if Sketch possessed. Section 10. Lessons learned, accountability and ethics in the digital age. The rise and fall of Sketch offered a number of valuable lessons about accountability, ethics, and the responsibilities that come with online fame. It highlighted the importance of transparency and authenticity in an age where carefully curated online personas often mask the complexities of real life. It also underscored the need for greater awareness of power dynamics, particularly in online spaces where individuals can amass significant influence over their followers. The controversy served as a stark reminder that actions have consequences, both online and offline. Sketch's downfall served as a cautionary tale, demonstrating that even the most popular and influential individuals are not above reproach. It highlighted the need for content creators to be mindful of their words and actions, recognizing that their reach extends far beyond their immediate circle and that their behavior can have a profound impact on others. Perhaps the most enduring lesson from the Sketch scandal was the need for ongoing dialogue and education about ethical conduct in the digital realm. As online platforms become increasingly integrated into our lives, it is crucial that we equip individuals with the tools and knowledge they need to navigate these spaces responsibly, fostering a culture of respect, accountability, and empathy. Section 11. The uncertain future. Sketch and the unforgiving nature of online fame. As the dust settled on the Sketch controversy, questions lingered about his future and the long-term impact of the scandal on the streaming community. Whether Sketch could successfully rebuild his career and repair his tarnished reputation remained uncertain. The online world, while fickle and quick to forgive, also had a long memory, and the shadow of past transgressions could linger for years to come. The controversy served as a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of online fame. Reputations, painstakingly built over years, could be shattered in an instant, the result of a single misstep or a series of poor choices. It highlighted the need for constant vigilance, for content creators to recognize that their online presence is a reflection of their character, and that maintaining a positive image requires ongoing effort and self-reflection. The Sketch scandal, while undoubtedly a low point for the streamer, also served as a catalyst for positive change within the streaming community. It sparked conversations about accountability, ethics, and the importance of fostering safe and inclusive online spaces. It forced platforms and brands to confront the issue of toxic behavior, prompting them to implement stricter guidelines and take a more proactive approach to moderating their communities. While the long-term impact of the scandal remains to be seen, it undeniably left an indelible mark on the online world, prompting a much-needed reckoning with issues of power, responsibility, and the evolving nature of online fame.